everybody, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Jane. My husband Mike is behind the camera. We're British early retirees, debt and mortgage free, and living a thrifty, frugal and money saving life here in Brittany in northwest France. And every Sunday we share some aspect of our private life with you. And I'm sure you can guess by listening to my voice. Let's listen to what we're going to chat about today. Well, I don't need to tell you because you can hear it in my voice, but Mike and I have gone down with the dreaded lurgy. We had a really rough couple of days. We're not brilliant at the moment, but we're about 100% better than we were because we were in a rough state. So today I'm going to share with you the kind of prepared state that we found ourselves in because we've lived this thrifty life and we've been careful with money and budgeting and all of those things, that it's put us in a better situation than some because we've been prepared. But you know me, I like to be reflective, so I do want to reflect upon this. Not everybody is 57, not everybody is at the stage of their lives that Mike and I are at. Not everybody has paid off their mortgage, and of course I understand that. What we do on our channel though is we share our lives with you. We don't think that everybody can live like us, and we fully understand that. So let's take a look at, without further ado, the ways that we made sure that we were prepared for an eventuality that can happen to anybody, where you're just like us, that you're sick, and because of that you won't be able to do a lot of work, and because of that you'll be facing a loss of income. If you've been watching our channel for a while, you'll know that I have been building a pantry. I've been building it because of rising prices. I've been building it because of shortages. We haven't had massive shortages here in France, but we've gone to the supermarket and sometimes an item has been short or there hasn't been much choice of an item. And so because of that and rising prices, I have been stocking up. And it's a good job that we have done that, because at the moment, due to the dreaded lurgy, we're staying at home, and even if we just had a regular cold, we're not in a fit state, either of us, to be going anywhere and getting anything anyway. So let's just go through how we are prepared with the food that we've got here. And I've got some good examples. We didn't want to eat for a couple of days, but then when our appetite came back, we did want to eat something small, something simple, and something easy. And because I've had things in the freezer, like some pork chops, some pork steaks, I always have things like sausages or chicken pieces, and I always freeze them into portion sizes just for Mike and I for our dinner, that I have just been able to take out 2 pieces of chicken or 2 pieces of pork steaks, for example. I've just been able to pop that on a baking tray. I have been able to open and drain a tin of potatoes, stick that on there and pop that in my mini oven for 20 or 30 minutes. I've then been able just to open a tin of peas and carrots, and we've just had that. We wanted to have very simple food. And we're going to be at home a while longer. We're not going to be going to the shops for a while longer. And there's going to be things that I've got in the cupboard that I can use. I've got plenty of tinned meat. I've got plenty of tinned fish. I've got tinned ham as an example. I've got instant mashed potatoes that I can use because my potatoes are going to run out, but I've still got tinned potatoes. I've got tinned dauphinoise potatoes. I've got instant mashed potatoes and so on. I've got plenty to keep me going. And the other thing we've got, which is a nice thing because when you're not feeling very well, you feel like something sweet as well, is we have got plenty of tinned fruit. So when we're feeling a bit better, and when we want to eat some more, we have got plenty to keep us going. Now, when it comes to being prepared and having food in the house when you're not feeling too good, it's not just food we need to have. Now, here in France, it's quite normal to have high temperature treated milk. We call it UHT milk as British people, ultra heat treated. You might call it shelf stable milk, but we always have that. And when we go to the store, we usually buy about 12 litres of it at a time. So we've got plenty of milk to keep us going. But on top of that, I always keep a supply of dried skimmed milk. We just add water to it. We've got a jug of milk. I don't say I like it, but it's absolutely fine to have in tea and coffee or with porridge to keep us going. Another thing that I always keep here is long life lemon juice. And my goodness me, that with honey and lemon has been so soothing. We also, of course, keep in the house plenty of tea and coffee, soft drinks and cordials that we can, so a cordial is a fruit syrup that we mix with water, and we have drunk that by the absolute gallon whilst we've not been feeling very well. So when you're thinking of your long-term food supplies as well, please also think you're going to need to drink plenty as well. Something else I want to mention, now I feel like I'm on the mend and starting to get a bit better, even though I don't have much of an appetite at the moment or any great desire to do a lot of cooking, and that's to do some food damage limitation. So I've got some items in the fridge, for example. I've got carrots, I've got Brussels sprouts, I've got cabbage, I've got leeks, and all of those things, and I've got beetroot and all of those things. So anything at the moment that I can quickly wash, chop up and get in freezer bags and into the freezer, I am doing so. It's not going to last long term in the freezer. If I wanted to do that, I'd have blanched it and then quickly dried it on a tray, but I haven't done that. I have literally washed it, dried it, chopped it up and stuffed it into freezer bags. So in each bag there's some leeks, there's some carrots, there's some cabbage in each bag. And when we feel better, and I'm sure we will do within a week, and we'll get our appetites back, that'll be the first thing that I pull out the freezer and eat. I've also gone through my fridge today. There's only one item of food that's spoiled in the fridge, and that was one cucumber. And that's been chopped up, and that'll be chucked on the compost heap. So if you are a bit ill like me and you're starting to feel a bit better, have a quick look through your fridge and think to yourself, what can I save? What can I freeze? So, because I don't like to see any food waste, even if I'm not feeling 100%. So it's a good thing to think of and be prepared for as you start to get better, is some food waste damage limitation. Something else that we're always really well prepared for is medication. I know in places like America you can go and buy vast amounts of medication, as much as you like. In the UK, you're limited to how much you can buy. For example, you can only buy 2 packs of painkillers at any time, and that's some other medicines at any time. And it's quite similar here in France. You can go into a pharmacy and just buy medication, but they might ask you, especially with pain relief, why you're buying so much. They may or may not let you have more than a certain amount. So what we have learnt to do over time is every month we buy some medication. So we buy all the regular stuff. We buy pain relief, we buy paracetamol, we buy ibuprofen, we've been buying things like decongestant, we buy medication in case we ever get an upset tummy. I'm looking at other things here. We are buying things like expectorant just in case we get congested chests, as we have done now. So we haven't needed to send out anybody to go and get any medication for us, because we've easily got enough. And like I said, if you live like where we do, or if you live in the UK, you cannot go and buy huge packets of medication. They only come in small packets, and then you're only allowed to buy a bit at a time. So what we have done is every month for the last few months, we bought a bit more and kept it aside. If I look at the thermometer in my kitchen or here in my living room, and there is no heating on at the moment, it's at a nice warm 20 degrees centigrade. But as you can see, I'm wearing a sweater, and I'm wearing a sweater because I'm not feeling very well. And when you're not feeling very well, you feel cold, even though the air around you isn't particularly cold. So I'm so glad that we got prepared about this. Last winter, we burnt our way through 4 cords of wood. And one cord of wood is 3 cubic meters. So 12 cubic meters of wood last year. And we were determined to get our wood stacked and put away earlier in this year. So that's what we've been doing over the year. And all our wood has been stacked and put away and ready. And it does mean to say that, by about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, we're lighting our wood stove here, and we are using more wood than we would normally use at this time of year. We're not too concerned about that. We've still got big rounds, big logs, big huge rounds that we haven't split yet. That when we're back on fighting form and feeling good again, we can build our wood supply up again. But I am just so glad that we didn't leave it until autumn to get our wood put away, and that we already had our winter wood put away, because when you're not feeling well and you do feel a bit cold, you are like we have lit the fire to keep ourselves warm. Okay, we've had to do a bit more cleaning and laundry. For a few days we couldn't do anything at all, but the moment I felt a bit better, I realised that things like all our bedding, our night clothes, our face flannels from washing, all our bath towels and all of those things all needed a really good wash. So all of those have had a super hot wash. And even though the sun is shining, I'll be honest with you and say that because I'm not feeling very well, everything for this occasion got thrown in the electric tumble dryer, which I own one. I don't use it unless I've got a really good reason. And I think feeling ill is a really good reason. So yes, but we were prepared. We've always got plenty of laundry liquid. We've always got plenty of cleaning products. So as I'm feeling better, today for example was the first day in a week that I've been able to give the kitchen a really good clean and the bathroom a really good clean, and I didn't need to get anything from the supermarket. I've already got plenty of cleaning supplies and cleaning cloths, so when it was finished they all got thrown in the washing machine, and if you could hear, the washing machine is on again now. But I'm not worried about these things. I'm not particularly worried that this month I will have a higher energy bills, and I'll explain to you that point next. So you may not want to know how financially that we have prepared for this. At the beginning of every single video, we tell you that we are debt and mortgage free. We have been completely debt-free since 2011. So for 11 years, we haven't borrowed a single penny for a reason whatsoever. And we have been mortgage-free since we moved here to France, and we sold up our UK house and that we came here. And before that, we only had a very small mortgage because we had a very small house where we lived in the UK. So we're not able to go anywhere at the moment, we just don't feel well, and we're not going anywhere anyway. So we're not using the car, we're not putting fuel in the car. And so, we're not spending any money at the moment. We don't feel like eating very much. We've already gone through the fact that we've already got food in the house. And we've probably got enough food in the house to see us right through until the end of the month and not spend any more money. We have UK occupational pensions, which are different from a pension fund. I know if you live in America, you save up a sum of money and you draw that money down through your time of retirement. It's not like that. We have a pension, we receive an amount of money each per month, and we also earn money as you can see now, through YouTube. And we may not put out as many videos this month because, as you can see, we're not feeling great, but we will put out some more videos, but not maybe as many as usual. So we are in a situation where we're not going to be worrying about our bills because we keep our bills low all of the time. We keep our water bill low, we keep our electricity bill as low as we can. We are very, very much in credit with our electricity bill at the moment. So we are paying €127 a month at the moment, but we're only using about €80 a month for electricity at the moment. So the fact that my washing machine is on, that I'm using the dishwasher instead of washing up by hand, that I'm using the tumble dryer instead of hanging the laundry outside, isn't a massive concern for us at the moment because we've built up credit with our electricity company. And if the worst came to the absolute worst and we were so ill that we couldn't work, and this is something that we share with people, is that we have a 12-month fully funded emergency fund that, you know, didn't happen overnight, that we've been saving up for over the years, and that if we needed to, we could always pay our bills. So financially, we've been preparing for this for years and years and years. It could come to any of us, couldn't it? Any of us at any stage could get sick. Thank you everybody for watching and listening to my croaky voice today. Thank you to everybody who leaves a comment, and we read every single one of them. Just leaves me to say we'll see you again soon. Bye!